Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the Book 5 Midpoint Celebration. Lots of free rewards and pretty good banner, so hope everyone's enjoying that. But right now we're talking about limited hero battles. Today we have Naga's limited hero battle and we're taking on the Infernal difficulty as well. So a couple things I want to address here, which is why I'm kind of providing a voiceover here. Yes, my Brunnya is merged +1. There will be 2 additional skill inheritance if your Brunnya is unmerged, and I will go over those and why those are necessary when the time comes. But I know whenever I use Brunnya in a +1 merged unit, I typically get a lot of flack, so trying to hopefully mitigate that as much as possible. Regardless, if you do have a +1 Brunnya, which I highly recommend. She doesn't have that great fodder, and as a unit herself, she's fantastic. I'm just going to put Defense Tactic 3 in the Sacred Seal slot and Renewal 2. It's important that it's Renewal 2 in the Beast slot. Next, we'll move on to Cecilia. We just need to inherit Reposition onto her, as well as Escape Route 1. This is fine if you have a +1 Brunnya. If you have an unmerged Brunnya, you will have to inherit Drive Attack 1 in the C slot. Drive Attack 1 for the additional 2 attack that Brunnya gets from her first merge. Moving on to Spring Bartre. No inheritance on him, just throw Speed Tactic 3 in his Sacred Seal slot, and he's good to go. And then finally, we will have our newest free-to-play unit, Groom Zealot, one or the other. If you are running a +1 Brunnya, 0 skill inheritance, just attack defense form, drive attack 2, and then throw Spur attack 3 in a Sacred Seal slot. If you have a unmerged Brunnya, you will have to inherit Rally Resistance in his passive skill. So just make sure if unmerged Brunnya, Drive Attack 1 on Cecilia, and Rally Resistance 2 here on Zealot. I will put this all in the comments below. Hopefully that takes care of any differences from the stats. I just point out, if you merge Brunnya, she gets +2 HP, +2 attack, +1 res. So that's what we're trying to mitigate here. All right, now that we have all that out of the way, let's get into the actual Infernal clear. All right, so we're just going to swap around our units here. Cecilia will initiate, so we're just going to smite her in so she can start taking out some of these units, and that's why we have Quick Riposte here on her Sacred Seal. I don't know if I mentioned that in the build, going over that, but yeah, Sacred Seal's Quick Riposte as well as the 2 skilled inheritance for the merged Brunnya. Put Brunnya right here, and then we'll end the turn. Also, I do want to voice over because the way you go about positioning units and how when you move them is very, very critical to making sure the AI reacts the way you want it to. So like right here, we have to move Zealot back first so we can give the buffs from his Candelabra to Brunnya. And right now we're going to use Escape Route 1 to put Celica here first before we smite over Brunnya. Also, if you are running a unmerged Brunnya, you can use the escape route first in order to get the drive attack buff on Brunnya before she attacks this green Manakite. But we need Celica in this spot, so then we can smite Brunnya over so she can take on the Flying Mage. If we don't do that, if you just happen to forget to use escape route with Celica, then you think it might be okay to put Celica right up here. Completely changes the AI. This cab goes over to the right. Very, very important. So yeah, so next, Brunnya can take out the Sword Cavalier very easily, and Bartre will take out the Manakite. Zealot, with his impeccable defense, starts working on this Axe Flyer, and Cecilia can teleport over here and finish off the Axe Flyer. And this is where things start to get a little dicey for our units. We're running a lot of low HP units here. So first things first, we do want to move Bartre back so we can let Brunnya come in and take out this Troubadour. This is why we have Renewal, to make sure she has enough HP to take out the Troubadour and survive the Red Mage Cav on the next turn. I mean, now we're going to start wanting to separate these units a little bit here. So we're going to take Cecilia and reposition Bartre into the range of this green bow. He has plenty of defense to take him on with 0 damage, so not going to worry about that at all, but he's going to be drawing a lot of these units down on the left side, and Zealot can go here and retaliate with his Ignis and completely nuke this blue mana keep. Yep, 0 damage, that's what we want. Complete nuke there. Yep, Brunnya takes out the red mage cav easily. Alright, so here's where we're going to use some AI manipulation to our advantage. First, what we want to do is reposition Cecilia and put Brunnya over in front of the green bow archer. We want to put Zealot over here. We need to give the buffs to Brunnya for her next turn. In addition to that, in addition to giving her the buffs to do a little more damage on Naga, if you put Zealot over here, he gives the buffs to Bartre as well as Cecilia, and that means that the green bow will inevitably target Cecilia, move up here, Brunya's wiped off the face of the planet. So gotta keep Bartre from getting the buffs. Reprisal will do nothing because we haven't done any damage to him, and therefore we can end our turn and still be particularly safe thanks to not the brightest AI. Alright, so now that we have this finished, the chip damage, Zealot can take out Naga, not a problem. And even if you don't have an unmerged Brunnya, this should be fine, but the drive attack should make up for it. So now this is where we really need the instance of drive attack, because my +1 merged Brunnya takes out this green bow exactly damage. Exactly. So we need to replace that +2 attack from the merge, and we're getting that from the drive attack 1 on Cecilia. So look at that, 61 damage, perfect nuke, and then we'll just move Cecilia out of harm's way and move on. All right, and you might be wondering, well, why did you have me inherit rally resistance on Zealot if my Brunnya's unmerged? This is why. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move Bartre up here, start chipping at this mana key with Cecilia, get some debuffs on him. Brunnya can come in, take out the green mana key. Now if your Brunnya is unmerged, she will not be able to survive this red Fafnir, which is why if you have an unmerged version, put rally resistance on Brunnya, brings her resistance up to 40. No skills here that are going to impact that, so that is how you're going to just rally up with Zealot, end your turn, and that is how an unmerged Brunnya would survive this. All right, and then it's pretty simple here. Just use Brunnya, chip down. You can finish with Bartre, you can finish with Zealot, you can finish with Cecilia if you want, but I'm just gonna use Bartre. That's gonna be the easiest. So that is your Infernal solution using free-to-play units. Oh, please don't crash on me. All right, while we're waiting for my tablet not to crash here, there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Again, if these videos do help you, please leave a like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It really lets me know that I should keep making content. And maybe, I know I keep saying this, but eventually I will branch out and do other stuff than just Limited Hero battles. I've always been interested in Iron Manning as well as some other fun stuff. So that might be fun to try out. Abyssal is going to be absolutely brutal just because the cast here is for FE6 is really not the best. I mean, my initial thoughts would be to do like a free-to-play friendly solution with Cecilia and her fine. She basically one-shots Naga, which I think would be really easy to take care of, but not many people have a normal Cecilia merged up with and want to spend the due on that. So as you can see, our cast here is very, very small for FE6. So I don't know if I'll be able to do an Abyssal one, but we'll certainly look into it. And if not, at least you got the Infernal codes. And have a good one.